Welcome to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Eric and Rob.
Welcome back, everybody, to Third Generation Wrestling Podcast, 3GW in the building. And it is Wrestlemania Backlash, the prediction show. I'm your host, the Real Big E. My co-host, Rob the Ambassador. How's it going, man?
Going good, man. It's going good. Kind of not as excited about this show, but we'll talk about why.
Yeah. And for
Listeners
those
probably
that,
already know.
yeah, for those that don't know, the reason why it's not a WWE thing, so I'm not going to crap on WWE for this. The whole WrestleMania Backlash is a Peacock thing. Peacock has that idea because they think it's going to bring more better viewership, I guess. But I think we've all kind of operated under that mindset of it's WWE, it's a wrestling show. If you're a wrestling fan, you're just going to watch it, okay? Same with AEW. Even if you don't watch week to week, I've been getting back into AEW lately. Like what they're doing with Wardlow, finally building him up the right way. And there's a women's match I'm interested in watching too, so I'll probably check that out after the movie tonight. But that's why the name WrestleMania Backlash. So you can't get on WWE for once with that one. But there's another thing why not so excited anymore about this show, because they were doing such a great job, in my opinion, of building up this unification with the tag team championships. And then they finally sat back and realized, hey, we didn't looking at the board, we don't have Roman. We ain't got nothing for Roman. What do we do? So that whole unification, scrap. And we got a six-man tag with, the Usos and Roman, the Bloodline versus RK Bro and Drew McIntyre. Now, I don't have a problem seeing this match if you didn't have that build-up with the unification and everything. This would have been fine. I mean, I think it still elevates the tag team championships if their plan is still to unify them. If anything, it definitely elevates, RK Bro for sure. But man, such a disappointment that we're not going to get what I think a lot of people were looking forward to, that being the main event, which was a tag team. When was the last time a tag team match for the championships could potentially main event a show? Not even main event, but you had in your mind, like, that's the one match I want to see.
Yeah, man, it's really a disappointment. They build this thing up. They even had that whole contract signing segment on Raw, and I know they couldn't have forgotten that they didn't have Roman on the card. I just think, I still think he was injured during the match with Brock at Mania. We haven't seen him in the ring since.
Not true. He actually was wrestling when they were overseas.
Oh, he actually wrestled a match? Was it a singles match?
I don't know if it was singles, but he was working.
Okay, so, because that's what I don't understand. Why overseas? Why not here? Why not on SmackDown? Why not on Raw? Why not booking a match on this card? It looks like right now they're building up something to him and McIntyre, which is why this is now a six-man tag. But why not do that in the first place? Why push this whole thing about the unifying the tag titles and then throw Roman in there at the last minute? I think they're scrambling. I don't know if maybe this was another Peacock thing where they're like, look, we want Roman on the card, okay? Um, you were talking about how they wanted the name WrestleMania in the Backlash name to help ratings. Well, obviously, if Roman's on the card, they probably figure that helps ratings. I don't know. It's all speculation. Either way, I'm disappointed that we're not getting the match that we thought we were, but hopefully we still get it at some point.
I think, I think we will. You got Hell in a Cell coming up here in Chicago next month, but I think they blew their wad too quick, as they always do, because you got there's a UK stadium show, but it's all the way in September, I believe. And I think that would have been a perfect time to have this Drew and Roman feud, and you could have had Roman drop the belt there. That would have made sense. I think it's called Clash at the Castle, something like that. But it's
terrible.
But it's a stadium show, so they like I said, they try to go all out for the stadium shows. I don't think starting the feud in May is going to last to September. I don't know. And with SummerSlam being right before it, everybody's thinking, projecting anywhere, that's when you do the Cody match. I don't know. I have no idea. They just like putting themselves in that corner over there. That's WWE. That's their home.
You think they go to Cody that quick?
I think if you waste too much time, you wait too long, he loses the mystique, or you could lose the mystique, should I say? Right now they're doing an okay job with him. I don't even know if I don't think he's on this card. Is he?
Yeah, him and Rollins.
Oh yeah, him and Rollins. Yeah.
That's most of the matches on this card, I think, with the exception of 2, are all rematches from Mania.
Yeah, but that's just I forgot just the low care factor, because it's just okay. Yeah, we saw these already. All right, but we're not gonna waste any more time. Actually, I do have one more thing to mention before we get to the predictions. If you are a patron going to any type of live event, keep your ass in your seat. What happened yesterday was a prime example of, you can say what you want when you're back there. You can hoot, holler, laugh, cheer, boo, whatever. But the minute you cross over, that's your ass. And y'all know what I'm talking about. So look up the pictures of dude that tackled Dave Chappelle, and what happens. It's almost his whole body is facing the opposite direction.
Bro, that arm, his right arm looks like it was on backwards.
Yeah.
And he got what he deserved. Zero sympathy from me. Okay. Mm-hmm. Stay in your damn seat. Fandom is just going too far these days. Look, root, cheer, boo. Sometimes I even think some of the booing and the hissing, it can go to disrespect, but still, that's okay. You're staying in your seat. That's fine. Don't get out your seat. Don't go into, and we've seen examples of it in the past. Look, man, we saw Bret Hart get attacked, and we saw what happened to yeah. So it's happened in wrestling, and but now it's happening to comedians. It's just, folks, seriously, come on, stay in your damn seats.
Yeah, you don't want Jamie Foxx busting around putting them hands on
you. No.
All right, so getting into the card that we all can't wait to see on Sunday. First matchup, Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss. Now, we kind of could see that this was going to be a eventual feud. That's how this goes. You run with somebody only for so long, and then you feud. That's just wrestling 101. This is tailor-made for Madcap Moss. I mean, he's been winning almost all year. I mean, he won the Andre, whatever that means to anybody. I'm just going with Madcap Moss.
Man, let's see. We saw Corbin lose to McIntyre at Mania. This rivalry is just getting started. I think we're going to see more matches between these two. So I'm going to say that Corbin gets this one, and then maybe Moss wins the rematch whenever they do that, probably at the next pay-per-view.
Bobby Lashley versus Omos, the rematch. So now we got the whole dynamic of babyface Bobby and Omos with MVP. While I think it was smart to give Omos a mouthpiece because, as good brother Blake so elegant, I can't get the word out. How Mr. Blake put it on the WrestleMania post show, he can't cut no promo. So, he got a mouthpiece. I still think him and Bobby should have just. They could have done a babyface turn without it being so Bobby coming out and, hey guys, like he does. It's just like, come on, man. You can't flip overnight from being, suit and tie Bobby, all serious with the shades to, that's my biggest problem with it. All of a sudden you smiling, hugging, kissing babies. But okay. Kind of like you just mentioned, this is kind of a feud going. Bobby got the first win. I think with the help of MVP, it won't be clean, that Omos will get the win here.
I'm in agreement for the same reasons. I think that Omos is going to get this one, but it won't be clean.
Yeah, MVP. Is he still walking with that cane?
Yeah, man. I don't know if the brother's really hurt or if he just thinks the cane is a cool look.
Vince
sure
probably does.
Yeah. Some brothers like the canes.
I'm hoping this is somehow better. I think this match should have got a real stipulation, not just somebody banned from ringside, but AJ Styles versus Edge. Again, I just hope it's better than the last one, but I don't think the outcome is going to be any different. I think Edge is going to win again because they're trying to build this stable that I think one of your favorites is soon to join, Miss Ripley. So I don't see a different outcome. I'm just hoping for a better match.
I'm hoping for a better match. I don't see a different outcome. Even though Damian Priest isn't allowed ringside, it doesn't mean that someone else. Now, do I think Rhea Ripley runs down to somehow interrupt the match? I mean, we've seen crazier things.
I would say stranger things have happened.
Yeah, and I mean, she's a big girl. Still sexy though. Still sexy. She's big. Maybe she can hold her own somehow. She doesn't have to like mix it up with AJ to cause a disruption in the match. So I could see something like that. I don't know how it will happen, but I do think Edge will win again.
Well, then they've been doing the magic, them disappearing and reappearing, lights going out.
Yeah.
I did like Edge's promo though, how he was kind of clapping back at the fans, like, that's the Undertaker, what you doing? To me, that's smart. Like, don't treat the fans like they're stupid.
Yeah, I enjoy heel Edge. He's just one of those wrestlers who's great either way. Some wrestlers are better as heels, some are better as faces. Edge can do either one effectively.
Okay, got another one. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins yet again. I don't think you can beat Cody yet. It's just too soon. This now probably is going to be the best match on the card. I mean, in ring wise, these two did great at Mania, and I don't think they're going to disappoint now. They're trying to have this feud, trying to make this a personal feud, but I don't think it's. I guess you need to elevate it kind of a little bit because the first time it was a surprise and shocking based on respect, but now Seth with the digs at Dusty and all that stuff. I could take it or leave it, but I think Cody's gonna win.
Yeah, right now it seems like WWE is all in on Cody. I like Seth, and I think Seth deserves a title shot more than Cody does. He's been there doing the work. I wasn't impressed with Cody in AEW. Now, the one match he's had in WWE, well, the Mania match, he's had more than one match since he's been back, but that match, obviously epic. So as much as I would like to see Rollins win, I know Cody's going to. but I do think this one will be another good match. I don't think they can top the match at Mania or even come close to that, but it should still be very good.
Probably not, because that match had that. While we kind of knew it was still that feeling of, okay, we saw how they delivered on it. You know, it was one of those. It's okay. This is predictable that we know it's going to happen. We want to see how it's going to happen. You know, how y'all execute it, and they did. They did it perfect, I thought.
Yep, I do too.
Okay, and we are up to the women's SmackDown Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair in an I Quit match. Now, initially, when we watched the Mania match on night one, I thought that the match was just okay. I thought it had some hits, but more misses. But then I saw night two, and I was like, well, that match wasn't so bad.
Yeah, if you're grading on the curve, yeah.
Yeah. But I think this will be better. It's the added intrigue of, you know, could you see some shenanigans going on where they try to get Ronda to quit? But I don't think she can lose 2 times in a row with 2 pay-per-views. I didn't see her losing at Mania, but I guess if you think about it, it's her 3rd Mania, and she's lost at 2 of them. So now I think she got to put the title on Ronda, and Charlotte saying I quit. She's the heel, the big time heel, so it's not going to hurt her at all. If anything, it's going to give her more firepower for the promos with the fans chanting "You quit, you quit," and I just hope that, you know, after this feud, they can elevate somebody like a Raquel, or have matches with people, have fresh face matches with Ronda. Should she win? I think she's going to. But yeah.
Man, this is a tough one. I can't see either one of these ladies saying I quit, but obviously one of them is going to. And I do think it will be Ronda winning, even though, I don't know, man, there just seems to be a disconnect between Ronda and the fans. Her promos, she can't seem to decide whether she wants to be a face or a heel. I just don't think the fans are like really behind her. I don't think if she does win, I'm curious to see how the crowd reacts.
I don't think I think she's jaded now, is why.
Right, but I'm
Before
saying
she came, she was in love with the business and all about it. And now it's just like, well, now I've seen the other side of it, the feedback, and a lot of negative feedback. And well, that's part of the business too.
it is, and you just got to brush that off. You know, other wrestlers can just roll with that, but she seems to take it personally, and I mean, it's a business. But look, I still think, yeah, you can't have Ronda continue to lose in these big matches. You do need to take a break for Charlotte. As much as I love Charlotte, still the best in the world to me. You do need to take a break from her. I do think they want her to break her father's record at some point, and so in order for her to do that, she has to lose. And I think losing to Ronda, even though I don't think Ronda is where she should be as far as being a champion, she still has the name and the cachet where they'll say, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and go with her. So I do think Ronda will win.
Is Bianca and Sonya still on the card?
I thought so.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, they are.
I just don't see it on here. So yeah, we could just run through that. Yeah, Bianca Belair versus Sonya Deville. Bianca.
It better be
that getting put on the kickoff, unfortunately.
I mean, man, look, it better be Bianca, but I could see Sonya winning because obviously she's not going to be an official anymore. She's ready to do her in-ring thing.
That don't mean she's gonna win.
No, it don't. It don't. But it wouldn't shock me if she did. But I am picking Bianca. I am predicting her to win.
Man,
but it just wouldn't shock me if
Becky
they went
Lynch
with
at WrestleMania and then lose to Sonya.
Well, man, it wouldn't be a clean loss.
If
But look, here's I mean, it is for the title. I could see like maybe Sonya getting herself disqualified, or somehow Bianca gets herself disqualified, and then Sonya can say, "Well, I beat you," and then they have the rematch. I mean,
yeah, that I could
I don't
see.
know if I think, yeah, I mean, but I could
Well,
see Sonya somehow winning, but not winning the title.
okay, okay. Glad you put that at that, because I'm like, if Sonya Deville walks out of Backlash with the title, you're going to come drive out here and scrape me off the floor, okay? Because I'm just going to be melted on the ground. Like, what the fuck?
No, I don't think they can do that to Bianca again after what they did with Becky at SummerSlam last year. I don't think they can
that'd
do
be
that.
worse.
This would be much worse. Yeah, you can't do that.
No. Okay. In the main event, most likely, we got the Bloodline versus RK Bro and Drew McIntyre. With no stakes in the match, I don't see a reason the Bloodline needs to win. So, and if we're gonna keep all this stuff going, the Bloodline have to lose. And like I said, you took all the meaning out of it. None of Roman's titles are on the line, so it's just a match. And yeah, I'm going. I think Drew is gonna Claymore both Usos. We're gonna see some RKO's out of nowhere. It'll probably be a fun match. I'll give it that. It'll probably be fun, you know, with all the RKO's out of nowhere, the Claymores, the super kicks, and I don't see Roman doing too much because he's Roman. But just seeing him and Drew in a standoff is gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to the baby faces this time.
Yeah, this is tough. I mean, Drew and Roman, they've already wrestled, correct?
Once.
Yeah, they wrestled once.
And they had a great match.
They did, and I think that they'll have it again. This is a tough one because part of me says that, well, if you still want to keep the intrigue with the title match, I mean, to me, RK Bro, they're so over. You know, if they were to somehow, like, who eats the pin in this one? That's what intrigues
Jimmy
me.
or Jay eat the pin. I mean, not gonna pin Roman.
Yeah, I could see that. And you're not, yeah. And Roman could always do his thing about, hey, dude, you let the family down, blah. You know, he could do his thing he does whenever one of the Usos fuck up.
I mean, you could easily have like a thing on the outside. They put Roman through a table, and now he's out, and then you just left with the Usos, and then something on the outside. Drew Claymores him, or something happens where they don't make it back in time in the ring to break up the pin. But I think Riddle is gonna get I think Riddle's gonna get the I can see Riddle or Randy getting the pin on one of the Usos, just to keep it going. That way you don't ruin the big stars. You know,
Yeah, I
not
guess.
to say Randy's not a big star. I'm just saying the two Titans, Roman and Drew.
I got you. And man, I think you're right. I think one of the Usos is going to eat the pin. And so yeah, Drew and RK Bro will stand tall.
Storytelling, gotta build.
Yeah,
gotta build this thing. Let us know what you all think in the comment section below. We look forward to, some will look forward to watching this show tonight. I think we look forward more to talking about it after the fact, getting each other's impressions. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And we still got the Marine coming up, the bad movie review. I think my take will be a little more interesting this time around, but I'm excited to do that show. And tonight, I know we're both gonna try to go see Doctor Strange, and you might see us again talking about Doctor Strange. So we'll see. But I know I got my tickets, and Rob's gonna try to get some, and we'll talk Marvel. We'll talk Marvel.
Yep.
Shoot us an email, thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com, with all your recommendations, any farting preachers you want us to react to, or any other trying to laughs you would like us to try. Once again, thank you all for hitting the milestone of 100. We're at 107 at the moment, so numbers keep climbing. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends. Keep sharing those Trying to Laugh videos, and like always, we'll speak to you all again soon. Instagram is Third Generation Wrestling Podcast, and Twitter is podcast_third. Ambassador,
Hey,
you got it.
Big E pretty much said it all, man. But I would just reiterate, we love y'all fans. We appreciate y'all. If you enjoy the show, tell your friends about it. Have them subscribe. Give us some show ideas, man. If you give us an idea, we are going to do that idea and we will shout you out. So
Right on.
please hit us up.
All right, y'all. If you're going to see Doctor Strange tonight, let us know. We're back. Probably do a live stream later on tonight if we do. So we're talking spoilers. All right, y'all. Take care. And as always, catch you next time. Peace.
Peace.